Alright, it's been a while since I posted on this channel, and what a better day to do it than when I'm feeling sick. Here's 5 ways to get inspired when you don't know what to make. I sent an email out today. It's strategies I've used for a long time, and I'm going to go through the 5, and I think it will really help you out if you've never done anything like this before. Strategy number 1, take an acapella and reproduce around it. I'm starting with one of my favorite ones. I'm going to give a little demonstration for each one of these two. Grab an acapella. You don't know what the song sounds like. Just take anything and build melodies around it. And then at the end, if you want to, you just delete the acapella. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I grabbed an acapella from the Discord. There's a thread called Acapellas, and people just submit their own acapella. So I just grabbed the random one. I'm not sure if it's good or not, but it doesn't matter because it's going to help me make something. So I got this random acapella. I'm gonna drag it in. It's just from the Discord.
Too much talk, no lies. I see it in your eyes. The way you act tonight. Tonight is the night. I make you mine, oh what? Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back, baby. I just want you for the night.
I just like to find an area of the song that I really like, and I'm just gonna loop it. You're gonna need a little bit of like ears to sort this out. There's different ways to like transpose things. Like you don't actually have to make a melody in F minor. There's a few different ways you can do it. Like you can go major, minor, as long as it kind of melodically makes sense. I just usually start with 4 notes. Let me get the 4 root notes down and then go from there.
Talk to me nice. Louis V on my talk to me nice. Louis V on my talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back.
You know what? I'm gonna pick a sound that actually fucking plays.
Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back, baby. I just want you for the night. Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back, baby. I just want you for the night. Fighting with me on FaceTime, baby. Are you really like that?
Try to find something dope. This will also help you kind of learn how things work because you're not gonna overproduce this way.
Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back, baby. I just want you for the night. Fighting with me on FaceTime, baby. Are you really like Louis V on? Talk to me nice. Louis V on. Talk to me nice. Louis V on my. Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back, baby. I just want you for the night. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt. Talk to me nice. Louis V on my shirt on your back, baby. I just want you for the night. Fighting with me on FaceTime, baby. Are you really?
All right, you get the point. Already I've made a dope melody that I probably wouldn't have made before. That sounds super different, and the sound selection, everything, you know, really was built off of this vocal. And at the end of the day, if I don't like this vocal or I just want to make this as a beat now, you have something super original that you can put anything on. So it just gets you inspired. Like I probably would have never made that if it wasn't for this vocal. All right, tip number 2 is try to use new sounds or loops. Whenever I download just a random pack or just one of my friends sends me a kit that they're working on, sometimes there's just these interesting things in the pack that might inspire you to do something new. Just might inspire a sound if it's a drum loop, if it's like an interesting clap or something like that. This is the Torque pack. I have 6 fire-free packs, drum kits, one-shot packs, melody loops in there. I'm gonna link all the free packs I have below. Just anything to make you think differently and change that. We're trying to just change the repetitions here. Speaking of that, tip number 3 is change the BPM. Change the beats per minute. I always make beats at 140. It always sounds the same. So it's like, dude, put it at 105. Put it at something different that you're not used to. It'll make you lay drums differently. It will make you not just right click and 2-step hi-hat everything. It'll make you have different drum pattern. It'll be forced to make you try new things. Say you make something at 104 BPM and it sounds fire. You can just quick render it by right clicking on it. And then just boom, you know, set the mode to stretch. Change the BPM to whatever you want. 156, 155. Reverse it. And now all of a sudden you have a... Tip number 4, listen to new genres and take inspiration from them. I don't mean create new genres. You can take the simplest things from other genres and put it into your own sound. Even if it's just like a drum fill or anything. If you were to take from some like dance hall type of vibes and say throw that type of hi-hat. Let me try to just show you. And even that simple hi-hat that it's just something different. It's just not the classic, you know, that's something that would be in more of like a Spanish type of song, like a Bad Bunny type of vibe. Not the greatest example, but take from different genres, listen to different styles of music. It'll help you create different fills. It'll help you create different vibes. It'll help you create different melodies. Take dancehall, take EDM, take something and just sprinkle a little bit on, and boom, you have a new sound. All right, last tip number 5, start with a loop starter. In the Discord, there's tons of people throwing loop starters in. This is basically like an unfinished melody is what this is categorized as. Some people don't get the memo, but you want something that's like 1, maybe 2 sounds maximum. That feels more of like a finished loop. Just like really basic. It's not something that's like just like, hey, here's a finished loop, throw drums on it. Something that's more like presented to you in a way that's really unfinished. It feels unfinished. It feels like a single sound, a single piano loop. There's not a ton of effects on it. I personally like to do vocals. Got this one. It does have 2 vocals in it, but I think it's raw enough, and it kind of lets you get inspired and build an entire melody around it, and really sparks that inspiration and gives you like a guide without having to like figure out where do I want to start. Like, this is a blank canvas is like intimidating. This is like, okay, I kind of need to go with this guide, and I know how to build up. I'm gonna start with a normal sound, dude. So I'm just come up with a chord progression based off of this. And then you can really build an entire masterpiece off of that. If you have trouble building chords, you don't know music theory very well, you can just click in the notes and literally just, only click in the root notes of what you think sounds good. There's multiple different ways you can kind of arrange them as long as they make sense in the scale. I have tutorials on that stuff as well. There's tutorials out there. This is like your skeleton of what you want to create. You can add counter notes off this. You can export. You can throw it into an effect. There's so much stuff to do, but at least these little things can get you started on ideas, which I feel like is one of the hardest parts, is starting new ideas and finishing concepts that you already have. But yeah, I hope these things help. This is actually pretty fire, and I might save this and like work on it later. But I'm gonna leave the link to all the free kits I mentioned in this video down below, and if you actually need more premium packs, there's a pack I have that I just put out called Drum God, and it has all of my best drum kits in there. You can get that as well. And yeah, subscribe. See you later.